And it came to pass, when Jesus had finished all these words, and he said to his disciples, "You know that after 2 days the Passover will be here, and the Son of Man will be delivered up to be crucified." Then the chief priests and elders of the people gathered together in the court of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and they took counsel together how they might seize Jesus by stealth and put him to death. But they said, "Not on the feast, or there might be a riot among the people." Now when Jesus was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, a woman came up to him with an alabaster jar of precious ointment, and she poured it on his head as he reclined at table. But when the disciples saw this, they were indignant, and said, "To what purpose is this waste? For this might have been sold for much and given to the poor." But Jesus, perceiving it, said to them, "Why do you trouble the woman? She has done me a good turn. For the poor you have always with you, but you do not always have me. For in pouring this ointment on my body, she has done it for my burial. Amen, I say to you, wherever in the whole world this gospel is preached, this also that she has done shall be told in memory of her." Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said to them, "What are you willing to give me for delivering him to you?" But they assigned him 30 pieces of silver. And from then on he sought out an opportunity to betray him. Now on the first day of the unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus and said, "Where dost thou want us to prepare for thee to eat the Passover?" But Jesus said, "Go into the city to a certain man and say to him, 'The Master says, my time is near at hand. At thy house I am keeping the Passover with my disciples.'" And the disciples did as Jesus bade them, and prepared the Passover. Now when evening arrived, he reclined at table with the 12 disciples, and while they were eating he said, "Amen, I say to you, one of you will betray me." And being very much saddened, they began each to say, "Is it I, Lord?" But he answered and said, "He who dips his hand into the dish with me, he will betray me. The Son of Man indeed goes his way, as it is written of him, but woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It were better for that man if he had not been born." And Judas, who betrayed him, answered and said, "Is it I, Rabbi?" He said to him, "Thou hast said it." And while they were at supper, Jesus took bread, and blessed and broke, and gave it to his disciples, and said, "Take and eat, this is my body." And taking a cup, he gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, "All of you drink of this, for this is my blood of the new covenant, which is being shed for many unto the forgiveness of sins. But I say to you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine, until that day when I shall drink it with you in the kingdom of my Father." And after reciting a hymn, they went out to Mount Olivet. Then Jesus said to them, "You will all be scandalized this night because of me, for it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. But after I have risen, I will go before you into Galilee." But Peter answered and said to him, "Even though all shall be scandalized because of thee, I will never be scandalized." Jesus said to him, "Amen to thee, this very night, before a cock crows, thou wilt deny me 3 times. Peter said to him, "Even if I should have to die with thee, I will not deny thee." And all the disciples said the same thing.